All right, so I'm out here just cutting the yard, getting ready to do some weed eating. Hey, this is Turf Type Tall Fescue in Texas, making this video for the people who are probably in different areas than I am, especially the northern states. You anywhere north of Texas, in places that are just not as hot as Texas, and your grass doesn't look better than this. This is the video for you. Look, I've been doing this for a few years here in Texas, and I've just decided I had rather reseed this thing every year rather than just deal with Bermuda. And plus, I do have a considerable amount of shade. Bermuda wouldn't grow here anyway. What I'm saying is to say this. I too went through reseeding this thing over and over and over, and I was fine with that. However, this has not been overseeded in 3 years. And how did I accomplish this? Well, you know what? If you follow my channel, you know that I am big on organic fertilizers only. Not by any particular reason as far as I want to be environmentally safe and it's just better for the environment and the ozone. None of that. It's two things, cost-wise, and one more prevalent thing is that synthetic fertilizers was the cause of me not able to have this grass to grow year after year after year. That's what it is. Look, I followed all the big guys that you see with this type of grass too, and all of them, and they're up in better conditions than I am. You know, they in far better conditions. And the only thing that I have to say that they all pretty much had the same MO. They all said pretty much the same thing. They all had one thing in common, and that was synthetic fertilizer. I don't care about what brand it was. They were all putting out synthetic fertilizers on their lawn, and I too followed suit to keep my grass going. And when it was going, it was going. It was beautiful. But during the strenuous times of the year, primarily not just cold, but the heat, it was a wrap. And for years I've done that. And then I had a sprinkler issue to come up, and I had started doing some organic fertilizers. It was just something that I was trying. Well, the sprinkler stopped working, so I wasn't able to treat this lawn, and I let this sprinkler stay down for 3 whole seasons. And the grass that I had planted, which was a Titan Turf Type Tall Fescue, that grass was the last grass that I planted, and this is the grass that you see here. So this basically had no care. So I'm not exactly some type of scholar, but I'm not exactly stupid. I wanted to look into why, after having no food, lawn food like synthetic fertilizers, after why did this grass even remotely stay here? And man, the research led me down a rabbit hole for a while, and I'm just thoroughly convinced. It's not just that I'm convinced, I'm the product of it. This is hot. It's still hot. We're still in the 90s, in the mid 90s, almost 100 degrees every day, and it's going to be November in less than 30 days. So that's how hot it is. Generally, this grass will be gone. It will be out of here. I used to think it was the heat, but most of it was because of fungus issues. So why does the synthetic fertilizers don't work? Quite simple, the salt in the bag. I found out that the NP and K, all that stuff is synthetic, is a salt. Salt dehydrates. It dehydrates. It's undisputable here, guys. I also saw a video where they put salt, they got different levels of salt and everything, but it's still a salt. They put salt on bacteria. Salt kills bacteria. So the main things that you need, some microbes and bacteria, they hate the salt. It even kills, salt even kills it. But there's some bacteria and fungi that thrives in salt. And guess what that is? For the lawn and garden people, that would be fungus. So the way this thing works is the good bacteria is fighting off the bad bacteria in your lawn. That's why you just don't have fungus just running rampant in all lawns, because there's a balance there. Well, when you throw the synthetic fertilizers, you throw that balance off. where your grass can't protect itself. It's not enough microbes in there to fight off the fungus. So I did the research on this, and everyone is saying that it is true because I'm living it. And the grass here is the proof of it. This is crazy that this is non-overseeds. I'm telling you, this is like no care. So what I what I have been doing is overseeding, not overseeding, but I've been putting out organic fertilizer, chicken manure, cow manure, and compost. I do that, and I also use humic, kelp, molasses, as a compost tea. I do all of that. That's all I've been doing. So I haven't bought fertilizer in years. When I say fertilizers, I'm talking about bags of fertilizer like Scott's and all that other stuff. And so reading the label on this, some of your favorite fertilizers, even though they say organic, it's not. Even the bags of potting soil has synthetic fertilizers in it. It is rampant, and that is the killer of the lawn, of my lawn. If you're in the area north of me, there's no way your grass supposed to be looking less than what you see here. You can have your grass, even in the complete sun, your grass can be way better than this because we hit those big numbers here. We hit the that's my spiel on it. I think that in order to have a nice lawn, and if it's a fescue lawn, I know it could be done, and it just does not have to include synthetic fertilizers. Anyway, so I'm in the middle of a remodel here. I got to get the inside and the outside done. I'm a one-man show here, but it is what it is. I'll see y'all in the next video.